What is up, everybody? So today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. Instead of trying to find new things to do on the car or install new car parts, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a price breakdown on what it costs to not only buy a GTR but also to restore it, as kind of what I've been doing. So right here, got a little bit of a folder. It's a very expensive folder. So these are all the papers that I've collected, like receipts as to what I've done to the car since I bought the car back in March. Before we get into this video, I just want to make it very clear that I am not making this video to brag about how much money I have or how much I've able to spend on a car. I'm making this video for a specific reason, and the reason is because ever since I posted about getting the car, I've gotten a lot of DMs about how I got the car, if I would recommend it to other people who like these kinds of cars who want to buy it. And I'm not going to give my opinion on it. All I'm going to say is, to me, it's worth it, and I didn't mind spending all the money. I mean, I did, it hurt, but in the end, now I know I have a very reliable car, and so it's all said and done. And so just the purpose of this video is just to inform people on what it's kind of going to take to sort of restore a car, kind of like how I've done. And I'm not saying my car is perfect. It's definitely not. I still have a lot of stuff to do, still have a lot more money to spend. But on like the restoration, from 30-year-old parts to newer parts, it's pretty much where I want it. And so as soon as parts start coming in, which I've ordered a bunch of them, I'll be able to make more fun videos and really just enjoy the car for what it really is. But with that being said, let's get into this price breakdown. All right, so I'm gonna have a little money counter down in the corner right about there. So first things first, price of the car, including tax, $35,137.50. Car cost was $33,000 even before tax, and I paid tax in for Nevada, since that's where I'm gonna register the car. So tax there was 7.75%, which came out to be $2,557.50. All right, so after I bought the car, it started stalling, as everybody knows, and so first set of problems arose. Right, so I could not figure out what it was, so I had to take it to a special mechanic, and he ended up replacing both MAFs, the ECU, the injectors, new fuel pump, cleaned out my fuel lines, cleaned out my fuel tank, new fuel filter, new, I wouldn't say new, but he rewired my fuel pump, so it's its own wire. It's ground to the car, so it constantly has power. And he also had to retune it, and he also put in a new cam angle sensor. And also for that cam angle sensor, let's see, that was a part I had to buy on my own. For that part, I paid $245. And so for the labor was $1,500, even on labor from the specialty mechanic. And parts were brand new injectors. They were a used ECU and used MAFs. He replaced both the MAFs, even though one was bad, because they're all tied in together. So total to that was $2,500 on the dot. Then when I got the car home, I went to go get some food, and the clutch broke, or clutch fork, I'm sorry. So that had to go straight back to the special mechanic. So for that, he was an XD clutch for $320. He also did the release fork and spring set, $79. The fork pivot, $17. 3 liters of transmission oil, $36. 2.5 liters of transfer oil, $25. Slave bearing spring was $12. The front differential side oil seal, let's see, $28. The actual front differential seal itself, the main one, $24. Flywheel, which I had to replace too, just be on the safe side. I had to put in a lightweight flywheel. That was $197. Then I had him put in a new slave cylinder for $112 and new clutch fluid for $11. So all those parts, including the labor, took him 14 hours at $60 an hour, and total for that came out to be $1,701. Then when I got the car home, I skeptical, so I just drove it for a while. Then it was good, so I decided to go ahead and do some stuff that I actually wanted to do. So first thing I decided to do was put in a new radio. That radio costed me $183.15 without installation. Installation was an extra $200, so $383.15 for a brand new radio. Now here's where things get a little bit different. So I started working with HP Auto Sound, and they started giving me little bits of discounts. So shout out to HP Auto Sound, thank you very much. So for an alarm system, I had put on, for the price of the actual installation, the actuators, and the part, $160. Not bad at all. Next thing I did, I had to put new speakers in, front and rear. Came out to be $100 for both. Then about a couple weeks later, the speakers in the rear, they started sounding like shit, so I had them replaced. That was an extra, no, that was free. I'm sorry. So that one was free. Then I bought new molding all around for the doors. So the molding for the upper weather stripping and then the lower door panel was $400. The rear window seal was an extra $150, plus an extra another $150 for a professional to take out the glass and put the new seals back in and reseal the back the rear window. So $300 for that. Then I had to get new tires because, you know, Japanese cars, been on the boat from the import for a few weeks, and tires were just old. Tires are fronts were 10, backs were 12 years old. So I got tires at Big O Tires simply because they were doing it buy two get two free with a free alignment. Right? So I got some Sumitomo tires. To be exact, they were 235 45 17 Sumitomo HTR ASPO2 tires. So total out the door for that, with the alignment fee and everything, with the labor, was $490. So I was not willing to, but I had to do it. It actually made a big difference. I was surprised, even though I was a manager at a tire shop for 2 years. Never really had tires that I drove on that were more than 5 years old. So to see how much a difference that new tires can make on a 12-year-old tire, from the difference is quite unbelievable. So first thing I bought that I was comfortable with buying after I had the car all said and done were some brand new seats. I bought some Cobra Daytona seats from Subi Sports. They're down in Huntington Beach, pretty local. So I bought 2 Cobra seats. So each one of those was $749. Plus you had to get the sliders. Those are $109 each. So total out the door for 2 seats and 2 sets of sliders were $1,850. Then once I had the sliders, I had to get some mounting brackets because they don't make mounting brackets for my car very easily. So I went ahead and I bought some from Planted Seats, and those cost me $250 per seat base, so $300 total. So now I'm into that seats for $2,150 for all said and done and installed in my car, since I did it myself. After I bought the seats, I went ahead and I went over to Vivid Racing and I bought myself a new set of intakes and a new set of blowout valves, and I'm not going to discuss which ones I bought till the video comes out because it has been over a week and they still have not shipped, and I have called them and they are still looking for it. It's supposedly in the warehouse, but I'm not going to say anything any more than that, except that I bought 2 new intakes and 2 new blowout valves, and I forgot the price. Price for both of those was $592.40. Then what I went ahead and did after I bought those was I waited a little bit, still waiting for those to come in, but I went ahead and went over to Intercooler Racing for the next set of maintenance parts and hopefully the last ones that I had to do. I went ahead and I had to do my timing belt, and while you're doing your timing belt, you might as well just replace the water pump and the thermostat since it's all right there on the RV. So the timing belt, I bought a Tomei timing belt for $108. I bought a Mishimoto racing thermostat for $49.95. And I bought an ISR performance water pump. It just spins and runs a little bit cooler, so I bought ISR performance water pump for $45. And so the grand total for that one was $220.71. Now, those parts, they're not expensive, but I had to wait about 2 months for that water pump to come in since it was on back order since the whole virus is going on. And so once I got it in, I went ahead and I took it back to the specialist for another set of maintenance runs. So when I got to the shop, I had him replace the timing belt, the water pump, the timing belt tensioner, the idler pulley, the thermostat, and the cam seals. So in total, labor cost him 7 hours. It took him 7 hours times $80 per hour, which raised it, but it's all good because he's a really nice guy and he does good work. So I don't mind the extra $20. It's still cheaper than wherever you're gonna go, honestly. But with that said, I also had him get me some parts. I had him get me the cam oil seal, the timing belt idler bearing, the timing belt tensioner, and some radiator and some coolant. And so the parts for the cam oil seal is 2 of them, so it's double overhead. So $18 per seal, so $36. The idler bearing was $54. The timing belt tensioner was $62. And coolant was $40 at $8 a bottle times 5 bottles. So total for that out the door was $752. Also, while I was waiting for the water pump to come in, I decided I was gonna paint the valve cover, which you guys already saw that video. And so total that cost me about $60 for all the paint and some sandpaper after adding up everything. So the total cost for all the parts and the labor and everything that I've done to get the car to the point at where it is now is $9,957.26. That's not even including the price of the car. Total, including the price of the car, comes out to a very, very high number of $45,094.76. Dude, damn. I never really realized how much money it really was until I added it all up. I think I was better not knowing. Fuck, man. You know how much I could have bought? How many cars I could have bought with all that money? Like I said, still worth it, but it definitely hurts. So now I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything that I've done to the car and some scenery. Just got down to go fill some scenery and I realized I forgot something. I forgot to add the price of the steering wheel. So the price of the steering wheel itself was $170 and the price of the quick release was $150. So I'm gonna add that to the total right now. That was a lot of clips, so I hope it all comes together well. I'm really trying to kind of push myself to be a little bit better editor with the phone. My stand that I used to use, it literally just took a shit on me and broke right in my hand. I was so sad because it was a nice stand, little tripod. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of the edits. I'm gonna go ahead and end out the video here. Like I said, just want to reiterate that this was not to brag about anything, you know. I just want to make this video so people know what they're gonna get into when they buy kind of a car like this that's been sitting for who knows how long from another country, and you don't get to test drive it before you buy it, like, you know, relatively speaking. So anyways, I'm gonna end it out here. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Later.